If you want triceps like our guy Gus here, then you should probably watch the rest of this video. So, tricep training. Think what most tricep exercise is the position you're in. External rotation of shoulder, pronation of elbow. So we're gonna do internal training to address getting external rotation here. But what do you do if you don't have the range, right? So if you're doing a tricep extension and your elbows flare, you don't have the ER in the shoulder, so you dump into IR, right? You'll see a lot of people doing this. Is that shortening or lengthening external? Shortening, right? You're contracting into external rotation. But what if you don't have the range to get there? We can eccentrically load, right? So we're gonna do eccentric loading into external rotation. So you're gonna start with internal, and you're gonna let the cable pull you into passive external. You're gonna contract, reset. Okay, you're gonna do an assist on the positive. Okay, we could also do, say, pails and rails from here if we wanted to do another exercise. Right. But if we wanna open up capsule space in external rotation, we either do isometrics or eccentric loading to length. Generally speaking, these sets should be more than 2 minutes. Okay. The idea is we're trying to get connective tissue to lengthen. So I'm putting you on a timer. Watch the wrist from extending, keep everything still. That elbow's pivoted, and then reset. Step forward a little bit. So I want you seeing the cable should pull you all the way back. You were stepping too far back before. Let this drop, take your time, flex the wrist a little bit more. Other way, other way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Feel that leverage. Now reset it. Exactly. Again, is that weight more appropriate to feel stuff going to length? Definitely. Good, flex the wrist. Yep, flex the wrist, don't let anything else move. Watch that elbow pivoted. Beautiful, reset it. Good, that's 4, let's go again. Beautiful, lock in, spine extended, don't let this rotate, no spine rotation, elbow pivoted, swivel your humerus. Swivel the humerus, watch the wrist. Yeah, man, good. You see other stuff want to jump in, and I'm just trying to keep you aware of it, it's all good. You're at the 50-second mark, we're going until 2 minutes. Yes, slowly pivot. Feel this swiveling to external rotation, because we're trying to get you to prime you before we do tricep extensions. Again, reset it, perfect. Pivot that elbow again. Good, good. Take your time, take your time, take your time. Feel all this pec, front delt, some capsule going to length. Reset it again. You got about 40 seconds, 3-4 more reps. Same deal, don't let the elbows sway away. Keep this glute here, keep this glute here. Reset. Nice, nice. Don't lose the elbow, don't lose the elbow. Reset, good. 10 seconds, 2 more reps. Watch yourself here. Again, trying to get the pec front delt to length. The elbow's pivoted, wrist outside elbow, the wrist isn't extending. Reset it, one last time. Beautiful, chest tall, spine extended. Contract pec, squeeze your pec harder. Slower on the negative, slower on the negative. Keep this glued, all from here. Yep, wrist, 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 own it, resist it, resist it, resist it, and done. Take a second. We're gonna do the other side. I have one more thought on it. So another thing too is you have a tendency to sway at the elbow. I'm gonna give you more feedback. Oh, right, there we go. So now pivot your elbow on this. This is just another way to ensure that you're not losing that positioning, because again, your tricep extension is gonna occur down here, right? You're not gonna be doing push downs from here. Right. So I need you being true to that setup. If you needed external rotation in another zone, then this wouldn't matter. But we're trying to apply it for a tricep push down, right? So same thing, spine extended. Now if you lose the ball, you exceeded the ER in this position and you went too far. That's not what we want. So again, keep yourself pivoted. You feel pec engagement. Keep contracting the pec, but let the cable pull you. Don't let the wrist extend. You're gonna have way less range here. This is way truer range. Take your time. You feel this stuff going to length. Good, own it. Keep your composure. Try to breathe. Yes, wrist outside the elbow. External rotation, now reset. Takes some getting used to.
Yeah.
Again, just another feedback tool. That's all we're trying to provide you. And if you felt like it took away from the drill, there's merit to that, right? I care about how you feel about this, but on paper, it makes a lot of sense to kind of keep you glued here and ensure we're being as true as we can to the positioning, especially because your shoulder has history. There's gonna be more constraints. See right there, you see the elbow sway. That's okay, reset. I'll pivot you again. Again, you know, body looks for the path of least resistance. And if most resistance is to stay here, your body's gonna wanna sway out. Just stuff to think about in terms of tricep training, resisting. Good, drop this. Going back to length, again, pec, front delt, capsule, some arm stuff. Once you're at end range and you feel it at length, reset. Let's have you go for another 45 seconds, constant tension. Don't lose the extension, because you're gonna extend in the tricep push down as well. So we're trying to mimic that positioning as best we can. Nice, nice, don't lose the ball. Yep, don't lose the ball, keep pressure on the ball. And that's it, reset, that's okay. Let's do 2 more. Own it, own it, own it, own it. There you go. Very good. Reset, 1 more. Chest tall, squeeze the pec harder. Contract deeper, slower, slower. Let it be a slow burn, a gradual pull into ER of the shoulder. Again, we're looking for the finishing point to be the wrist outside the elbow. This is going to length, that's okay. A little bit of cheating's fine. You lost the training wheel. You still feel this going to length? Fine, fine, own it. Big deep breath there, and then done. Make sense?
Yeah.
So again, we're trying to get in this position. If I have you in any kind of straight arm push down, what position are you in? Here, right? Extending. But if you don't have the ER to pivot this, you're gonna see yourself out here. That's not as ideal of an alignment. We put you in ER here, right? We establish capsule space and external rotation. The other thing is when you're doing a push down, the push down we're gonna do is you need pronation. And a lot of people don't have sufficient pronation. If you're gonna do a straight arm push down, you need to have pronation that is parallel with the floor, right? You see how my thumb isn't completely parallel. They're kind of like stuck here. So we're gonna use the dumbbell to eccentrically load you into pronation, and then you're gonna reset.
Okay.
It's the same concept that we just did, but you're holding the dumbbell here because again, as you rotate from your radius and your ulna, you're gonna feel forearm tissue going to length, and then hold it and try to keep the stretch going, and then reset. Right? You could go back and forth, but again, I'm not trying to waste juice on stuff you don't need.
Right.
So let's start with this arm. Let's get you in supination, right? You have a good grip here. This is a 5-pound dumbbell, I have an 8. You're a strong guy, but you're also not familiar with this style of training, so let's see what's appropriate for you. So again, the elbow and shoulder are pivoted. Contract your forearm. So I want you thinking squeezing the dumbbell so you're irradiating tension. Now pull the dumbbell into pronation. So you're gonna pronate through here like this. And now keep contracting your forearm. And then when you feel the end of pronation, right, you feel the dumbbell kind of loading you into the stretch, then you're gonna reset yourself. Okay, so let's get like 5-6 reps there, get a feel for things. And then if you want heavier, I'll give you heavier. It's gonna get harder because you're gonna run out of, the dumbbell's gonna become too big to hold. So it's kind of limited in that sense. So bring the dumbbell over, start pronating. Yep, keep tensing, keep tensing. And then obviously this is the point of emphasis, so go slower here and feel forearm stuff, again, going to length, right? We're stretching slow, don't let the shoulder move, don't let the elbow move. Take your time, let the dumbbell pull you, and then when you feel that compensation, dump out of it. How's the weight?
It's good, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, you wanna stick with this load?
Yeah, we'll stick with this.
Fine, no problem at all. I don't care one bit. All right, let's go again. Yep, and you can feel probably, again, the elbow wanting to sway, you feel other stuff jumping into it. If the elbow is not used to moving in isolation, elbow cars would precede this, right? You'd do it beforehand. Beautiful. Again. Beautiful. Take your time, take your time, take your time. Feel end range pronation. It's kind of awkward. And this would also apply if you wanted to do reverse curls for biceps, right? If you don't have the pronation to do that, you might have to be stuck with like an easy bar. You know, people do easy bar ones where your elbow's pronated like this. If you don't have full pronation, you can't do straight bar reverse curls. So stuff like that applies here too. Nice, nice, own it, own it, own it. It's your last rep, take your time. Get as much length here as you can. Done, cut it. And again, you could do this, let me see it for a second. Again, you could do this. We did it at 90 degrees at the elbow, right? You could do it in deeper elbow flexion, and you could also do it in elbow extension. But again, it's gonna feel different, right? When I'm in elbow extension, I can feel my shoulder wanting to internally rotate. So if somebody lacked pronation here versus here versus here versus here, you could do it in whatever zone you wanted. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You and I are doing it at 90 degrees just for the sake of keeping it simple, but there's a little bit more specificity you could apply to this. So same cues, and this might feel different to the other side because this shoulder's better, right? So think elbow pivoted again. You're in supination, contract, irradiate tension, squeeze the dumbbell. Begin pronating, thinking forearm stuff is going to length. We feel that stuff starting to stretch a little bit, let the dumbbells leveraging it, and then reset. And again, we could do pails and rails here too, right? But eccentric is just another tool in our tool belt. And it's a little bit easier to wrap your head around this rather than doing an isometric. It's a lot simpler. Yeah. You might even feel like wrist stuff too. That's all fine. Any forearm flexors is no big deal. I figured the 8 would be too heavy, but you know, if you do this a couple times, I bet the strength would pick up. You're just not strong at this, but I bet you'd be a lot stronger if we kept doing it. It would pick up very quickly. This is like untrained tissue, untrained movement. We have like virtually no adaptations here at all. Squeeze the dumbbell, squeeze, squeeze, pinky too, all of the hand. Yep, because all that forearm stuff runs into the hands, right? So we want to make sure we're gripping. Beautiful, reset. And if you needed to, we could also pivot the ball here again if you wanted, right? I don't feel the need to do that here the way I did over there, but something else that can be worked on. Keep that pivoted, slow, slow. This is your point of emphasis right here. Every part of you just wants to let the dumbbell dump. Don't let it dump. Keep tension in the forearm. Reduce the shoulder if you can help it. Make sense?
Yeah.
So you primed ER, you primed pronation. Now we're gonna tricep extend, okay? Let's give you a sec and then we'll hit that. We have straight arm pushdowns. We did this to prep you for pronation. You wouldn't need to do that forearm stuff if you were doing ropes or underhand, but if we're doing it overhand, you need to. The shoulder ER should apply to all of them though, right? Ropes, you need that shoulder ER. Underhand, you need shoulder ER. But for this, we can have you pivoted here, external rotation, pronation, extend with the spine and elbow. If you have a hard time keeping spine and shoulder fixed, I'm a fan of locking yourself right here. So the neck, the thoracic spine, and the lumbar spine all have points of contact. So that way, we can externally rotate your shoulder and extend. Okay? I'm gonna have you do it this way first. Let's see if we can keep you locked in. See if we can get enough tricep to make that worth your while. You'll do a feeler, and then we're gonna hit a top set and go balls to the walls on it. Let's give you a sec, we'll go a little bit heavier. You thinking 47 or 52?
We could try 52.
Yeah? You think you'll be able to keep that elbow pivoted and all that stuff?
Let's do 47.
That's fine.
Because I know it's something like compensate.
Yeah. So like again, it's like one of those things that everyone's trying to get as strong as they can, but then they get strong, but at the cost of what? The elbow comes out external rotation, the elbow's not pronating, it's not even the same exercise at that point.
No.
And they get a lot of elbow stuff. People say they have elbow pain, like from doing skull crushers and cable extensions. It's because they don't have the shoulder, the elbow to actually do that stuff. If we go heavier and you lose it, I don't care. We're not strength training, we're bodybuilding, right? So whenever you're ready, we can hit that. Take this to failure, okay? Keep your composure. Don't let the elbows hike up. You're gonna feel that tendency. Yep, keep that extension. Glue yourself to the pole. Yep. Elbows tucked, forearms pronated. Extend, squeeze the tricep, lock it out. Bring it back up, take your time. Think about squeezing my fingers in your biceps. Keep tension, irradiate. Now straighten it and contract the tricep. Lock it out. Lock it out, lock it out. Get the long head. Beautiful. Lock it out. Yeah, you see the elbows want to keep coming up, man. Keep that pivoted external rotation position. Lock it out, lock it out. Elbow flexion, all the way up, full stretch. Squeeze the hell out of it. Squeeze the juice out of it. Get the long head, get the long head. Beautiful. You're doing one set here until you got T-Rex arms. You can't move them anymore. Straighten, 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 squeeze it. Don't just push, contract. Nice, nice, keep the composure. You see the shaking starting to set in, your positioning wants to cheat, right? Body's looking for the path of least resistance. Your job is most resistance. Elbows down, don't let them hike up. Get the stretch, feel the length at elbow flexion. Now slowly come into the contraction. Feel the transition from a stretch to a squeeze. Lock it out. Run away from my hands. Lock it out. Lock it out. Get the long head, man. Come on. Beautiful. Don't lose the spine. Maintain position. You got at least 6 here. Take your time with it. Breathe. Push into most resistance. Come on. Lock it out. Straighten, 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 straighten. Flex the wrist more. You'll have better leverage. Beautiful. Come down a little bit lower. Right here. Beautiful. Come back up. Squeeze the bar. Get the stretch now. Yes. 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 Exactly. 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 Squeeze my fingers. Squeeze my fingers. Elbows down. Yup. Now straighten. Go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Lock it out. Lock it out. Lock it out. Beautiful. Again. The shoulders really want to dump out of the ER. Keep it going. Very good. Again. You got 5. Breathe, man. Keep the composure. Doing super low volume here. Keep it all in the long head. Straighten the elbow. Nice. Again. Don't lose the hands. Keep tension, man. Composure, composure. Come on. Watch your spine. Chest taller. You looked a lot better at the start. Don't lose me. Beautiful. Straighten. Pronate. Pronate the elbow. Good. Straighten. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You got 3. Beautiful. Again. Keep those elbows tucked. Come on. Again. Flex the wrist. Yep. Again. Push down through that. Keep your leverage. Push through the tricep. Through the long head. Good. Again. 2 more. 2 more. 2 more. And then you're going to blitz it. Nice. Yes. Yes. High quality stuff. Keep that alignment again. 1 more. Forearms. Yep. Use the thumbs. Use the thumbs. Use the thumbs. Keep your composure. Come up slowly. Come up slowly. Chest tall. Don't lose me. Don't lose me. Take a big deep breath. Keep your composure. You're not done. You're not done. I want you to blitz 5 more. You're gonna go a little bit faster, but keep that positioning. External rotation, pronation, go. Start squeezing the juice out of it. Blitz it. Blitz it. Squeeze though. Squeeze. Don't lose the lockout. Don't lose the lockout. 4, 3, 2. Maintain positioning. Own it. Own it. Own it. Own it. Own it. 1 more. 1 more. 1 more. 1 more. 1 more. 1 more. Done. We'll take that. You could feel those shoulders wanting to come out of that a lot, right? And again, like, your body wants the path of least resistance, you need to go against that and do most resistance. But if you don't have the shoulder or the elbow to actually do that, it's gonna be an uphill battle. Right. I bet if you continue to train ER here, you continue to train pronation, you continue to train spine extension, all that stuff would click a lot easier and it wouldn't be such an uphill battle. Make sense? Yeah. We're gonna do skull crushers next. Right. That was emphasis in the shortened position. We're gonna train skull crushers in the lengthened position with your shoulder inflection. So for triceps, we can do like close grip benches, right? And like narrow grip stuff to get like a compound for the tricep, but we did isolation today. But if we're doing isolation at the elbow, you have the elbow here, we have the elbow up here, right? We did external rotation here because that's where the push down was. Let's say you do a skull crusher, right? You have to have external rotation over your head, but you're also training the tricep and shoulder flexion versus more shoulder extension. But let's say you go to do the skull crusher and you don't have the shoulder rotation to be able to do that well, then we would have to have a more specific internal training tool for you in that position. Let's get you laying back. I'm gonna hand you the barbell. And again, all you're doing is training the elbow in shoulder flexion. Let's have you scoot your head where it's like almost hanging off the bench. Straight arms. Normally when people do skull crushers, they bring it to their forehead. Right. I want you to bring it to your forehead and then just pause for a moment. Right here, your shoulder isn't really in flexion. So what we're gonna do is not exactly a skull crusher, it's gonna be more like this. Do you feel more of a stretch in your tricep there? Yeah. Now keep your elbows here and then straighten from there. Lock out the elbow. Lock out the elbow. So I want you kind of clearing your head so that you can get your elbow or your shoulder in more flexion. And you're also gonna be able to stretch your tricep more because you're not limited by your forehead. Like right here, you're already past your head, meaning you're getting more elbow flexion. You're able to lengthen it better, right? You're getting a deeper stretch. Now come back up again and think about extending towards my hands, but keep this still. Exactly. Get a good grip on that and keep the wrist flexed. I don't wanna see any extension there. Good, elbows back more, into flexion. Good, clear your head. Feel the tricep at length, right? You're gonna feel the stretch here more than the squeeze. Now extend, lock it out, lock it out. Beautiful. Elbows feel okay, shoulders feel okay. Yep. No issues anywhere, all triceps. Yep. Beautiful. Feel the end of the elbow flexion. You're doing a skull crusher, but you're going above your skull, right? You're not taking it literally. Now extend. Beautiful, let's get a few more there. This will be the only round you do, and we're gonna smoke them. Yes, and you see how the elbows wanna flare again.
Yeah.
Don't let them flare. You're still thinking external rotation of the shoulder. And now straighten, lock it out. Come on, come on, come on, beautiful. And then as you come over your head, the elbows can sway back a little bit more. The shoulders feel okay, there's no issues there?
No issues.
Beautiful. Get the stretch, yep, good job on the wrist. Lock it out, squeeze the tricep. If you get a contraction, cool. But again, the focus here is the lengthened range rather than the shortened. Elbows back more, elbows back more. I know, right? Beautiful, full elbow flexion again at length. Now as you extend, if you want to bring the elbows forward a little bit, you can. Straighten, straighten, come on. Let's do 4 more like that, and then you're gonna blitz it. If something doesn't feel good, just speak up. There's a lot of prerequisites here that you might not have based on your history. Specifically at the shoulder, not the elbow.
Dear overhand members, the kids
Nice, nice.
Thank you.
Again.
What happens when you use all those muscles for show and there is no go?
Good. Over your head, over your head, over your head. Stretch it all out, stretch it all out.
Remember like the Simpsons?
Come on, lock it out, lock it out, lock it out. Beautiful. He's smoked right now, man. You're torturing him. Keep it going. You got 3 like that. Come on, take your time. It's the only set you're doing. Low volume, high intensity. Yup, yup, yup. All at length. The shoulders feel healthy. Lock it out again. You got 2 more. It's only a 40-pound bar, man. You're strong as hell. You can do it. Beautiful. Let the elbows sway up. Think almost like a pullover hybrid. Yes, yes. All at length. Keep this still now. Lock it out. Lock it out, lock it out, lock it out. Beautiful. 2 more. Or 1 more now. I'm sorry, 1 more. Then you're going to blitz it. Yep. Good job on the wrist. Good correction there. Don't let the elbows sway. Keep that external rotation. Big deep stretch. Lock it out again. Now give me a little bit of controlled chaos. Blitz it. But again, maintain the emphasis in the stretch. Lock it out. Again, beautiful. Take your time. Keep tension though. Don't just throw it. No momentum. Beautiful. 2. 3. Good. I want 8 or 10. Take your time with it. It's the only set you're doing. 4. Again. Good job with the elbows. Keep them pivoted. Keep them pivoted. Come on. Keep it going. It's 5. Back up. 6. Give me 4. Come on. You got 10 in you. Keep blitzing it. Come on. Come on. Come on. 3. Good. 2. Good. Again. 1 more. Slower. Hold the stretch. Take your time in the stretch. Keep tension. Keep tension. Squeeze my fingers in your biceps. Hold it. Now lock it out. Reach for my hands. Reach for my hands. Beautiful. Good job, man. You're sweating a lot.
I'm plugged, dude.
Make sense? And that was only 2 hard sets.
Yeah.
Right?
That's all you need, dude.
ER here,
Yeah.
pronation here, triceps here, triceps up here. But there's more you could be doing. If you had a hard time with the shoulder up here, then we would have to work on rotation there instead of here, right? If you have elbow pain on skull crushers, think about it. If the shoulder can't do the work, all the tension's gonna go here. Body looks for the path of least resistance. So elbow pain on skull crushers is almost always shoulder related, and there's a high level of prerequisites required for that. And you were able to do it, but there's a lot of people watching the video who couldn't do it, right? Especially with shoulder history. So does that make sense? It's a good tricep workout. And again, like you could do dips, you could do close grip bench press for triceps as well. That would be stuff that isn't redundant with what we did, but that's elbow isolation work, not compound.
Right.
Cool? That's awesome. Thank you. You look smoked. You look full too.